Okay, so today is Saturday. We're here for yoga in the park. We're going to just take the next hour or so together to relax and focus on breathing, connecting with movement, and ridding ourselves of stress. Let's go nice and comfy on our backs. Let your arms be restful at your sides, opening palms to the sky. Wow, we're just allowing ourselves to melt into our mats. Let's begin to focus on breathing deeply in through the nose, feeling the expansion of belly, back, and ribcage on the inhale. And exhaling out through the nose, we feel that same area of the body contract and empty. While we continue to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to become aware of your face, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the eyes, relaxing the jaw. And then let's guide our breath into the neck. Relax all the muscles in the neck. And then we'll bring our breath into our arms and breathe from our shoulders to our fingertips. From there, we're going to guide our breath into our hips. Breathe all the way down the length of our legs out to our toes. Feel your breath enter your spine. You feel it traveling down the length of your spine, weaving itself in between each segment. From there, let's inhale arms to the sky and exhale them behind us. Let's reach out to all of our fingers. Press out through our heels and just stretch the body long and straight. And then feel everything go soft. We'll inhale the arms back up. And exhale, let's return them to our sides. Once there, let's pull the left knee in all the way up to the chest. Give it a nice hug. And let's flex and point our foot. And let's roll our ankle round and round. And reverse it. And then we'll allow the foot to rest. Now begin to circle the knee around slowly. And let's go the other way a couple times. And then just keep the knee hugged in close to the body. While it's in there, let's use the right hand to grab hold of that left ankle and just simply guide that left heel. Aim it towards the right hip bone, but aim that left knee out over left shoulder. And then bring the knee back to neutral. We'll send it out onto the mat. And switch, pulling the right knee in this time. Give it a hug. And then we'll flex point. And let's roll the ankle around. And reverse. And just let the foot rest. And then we'll circle the knee around. And then from there, just hug the knee in nice and close. I'll use the left hand to grab hold of the right ankle and simply guide the right heel towards the left hip bone, but keep that right knee pointing out over the right shoulder. And then come back to neutral, and we'll bring both knees in at the same time. Once there, let's rock a few times side to side. And then we'll circle both knees around and around. And then let's reverse those circles. And then keep the knees tucked in nice and close. From there, we're going to feel that belly button pulling downwards to really contract the abdominals. Take a big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to roll ourselves up. And then we can ease ourselves into seated mountain pose. So we've got easy cross-leg position, palms open face to the sky, backs of the hands resting on the knees. Allow your chin to drop to your chest, breathe into the back of your neck. Lift the head into back to open our throat. Again, chin rests on the chest. Lift the head to back and open the throat. And again, chin draws to chest. From there, we're going to tip that left ear to left shoulder. Drop the chin and tip right. Again, we'll drop the chin and tip left. Drop the chin and tip right. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale again, lift the head to back, open the throat. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open the throat. And exhale, chin to chest. Once more, inhale, lift the head to back, open the throat. And exhale, chin to the chest. Now let's bring the head back to that neutral center. Feel your spine continue to lift and lengthen off the tailbone. Let's go ahead and turn our eyes to look right. Back to neutral, and we'll turn to look left. Again, neutral and turning to the right. Back to neutral and turn left. And then back to that neutral center. From there, hands to the heart. Let's inhale, open the arms, open our hearts. Exhale, round the spine, back to the hands come together. Inhale, let's open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open again. And exhale, round. Once more, inhale, open. And exhale, round. And then make our way back to our seated mountain pose. Take another big inhale while we're here. Exhale as we soften. And let's transition to hands and knees. Finding our way onto hands and knees, we want shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Foundational hands, wide spread fingers, hands turned in slightly, pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Feel that spine in a straight line from the tailbone to the top of our head. Now as we inhale, let's start sinking the navel, lifting the tailbone, opening the heart for cow. And then exhale, scoop the belly in and round that spine for cat. Inhale, open cow. Exhale, round cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. Once more, inhale, cow. And exhale, round cow. We're back to neutral spine. From there, belly button tight. Let's extend through the heel of that right foot. And then stretch the left arm forward, rotating our palm towards the sky. Try to lengthen just a little bit more. And then exhale, come back down, and let's switch. Push out through the left heel, right arm forward, opening palm to sky. Exhale, lower, we'll switch again, extend, reaching ever farther. Exhale down and switch, extend. And then we're back to all fours. Once there, big toes close, knees apart, push back with your tailbone. Let your chest drop to your knees, forehead on the mat. Turn your palms, open face to the sky. Stretch as far as you can out through those fingertips. And breathe. Remember to come into this pose anytime your body needs a break. Let's return to those foundational hands, tuck our toes, and we're going to start pulling that tailbone right up towards the sky. Head is going to dangle freely through extended arms. We're going to feel those ribs pulling closer and closer to our thighs. And we're going to feel our heels pressing towards the mat. Let's nod our head yes. And then just let it shake go. And then hang out right where we are. Alternate heel raises. Really think about stretching all the way down the bottoms of your feet, up into those calves. And then press both heels deeper down. Next, let's inhale to a plank. Nice tight tummy, straight line from our heels to the top of our head. And then exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Modify to the knees. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And exhale, back down. Was that dog in that car? It must be that. Oh my God, so funny. Inhale, lengthen, and rise. And exhale, back down. It's going around the corner. Inhale, lengthen. He's probably going to the dog park. He knows it. Exhale, let's push all the way back into extended child's pose. Turn palms to the sky. Return to foundational hands, tuck the toes, and again, moving deliberately up into our down dog. Inhale to plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, lowering. Elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen into cobra. And then exhale back up into down dog. Again, inhaling to plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale again, down dog. Let's do that once more. Inhale to plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, right foot steps forward between the hands. You want to place that right foot so it's directly under right knee. Nice straight line to that back leg. From there, let's sink the left knee down and press through the top of our left foot. And then proceed to lift upper body, stretching to the sky to form crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. And let's return to all fours. From there, let's sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart cow. And then exhale, round out for cat. And then we're back to that neutral spine. Let's tuck our toes under and return to downward facing dog. Next, it's left foot that we're going to step through the hands, bringing us back into runner's lunge. Always protecting the left knee. It stays out over the ankle. And then we'll sink to the right knee and press through the top of the right foot, lifting upper body and reaching to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Let's bring the left knee back, returning us to all fours. Again, we'll sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart valve. Exhale, rounding the cat. And then make your way back to neutral spine. Let's tuck the toes in again, press up into downward facing dog. We'll nod our head. And we'll shake it no. And while it just hangs there, let's walk the dog a few more times. And then raise the heels up as high as you can. And we'll press them back down. From there, let's inhale again into plank. And exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale down dog. One more time, inhaling to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high and touch the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. And then let's the arms extend long in our sides. Palms facing forward. Finding our standing mountain pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back. There's our plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale. Inhale, let's return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Exhale to the heart. Again, let's inhale, extend, exhale as we fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, return to downward facing dog. And inhale again to plank. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, twist. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Exhale. Once again, inhale, extend. Exhale as we fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to our plank. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the Let's return to standing mountain pose. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. So let's feel our rib cage resting on our thighs. Cradle those elbows in the palms of our hands and just let our head dangle within that frame. And then let's release fingers to the mat. From there, giant step back with the right foot. First establishing runner's lunge. Then let's push heel down, turn right toes out. Align left heel with back of right heel and start lifting up the body. So on the way up, we're checking left knee over ankle, hip bones facing forward, shoulders squared out, arms reach high. And just let the arms open. Feel your spine still lengthening, opening straighter and taller, and then begin to hinge forward. We're going to bring those ribs as close to that front thigh as we can. And now while we're there, see if we can lift to the ball of your right foot, so that becomes airplane lunge. Now let's lower the right hand to the mat. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale, we start revolving upper body so we can send left hand high to the sky for twisting lunge. And then we'll exhale our left hand back down. Send the left foot back into our plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. So again, let's cradle those elbows in the palms of our hands. Let that upper body rest against our thighs. Fingers released to the mat. Stepping back with our left foot. First we find our runner's lunge. Then we're going to push the left heel down, turn our left toes out. Align our right heel with the back of our left heel, start lifting up our body. Hip bones face forward, shoulders square. Add arms reaching to the sky for warrior one. And let's open the arms, keep the spine long and open, and start to hinge forward. Rib cage close to front thighs. We start out in warrior airplane. And then we're going to lift that left heel, so we're in airplane lunge. Let's send the left hand to the mat. Take a big inhale. Exhale, revolve at the waist, extend right arm high. Twisting lunge. Exhale, right hand down. Step right foot back into plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. From there, let's extend the right leg behind us, hip level. Go ahead and push out through the right heel. Meanwhile, your hands form a tripod with your left foot. So we can stay in our tripod balance, or we could move that left hand so our left thumb aligns with our left pinky toe. And we can start to roll the right hip open, adding right arm to the sky. Halfway balance. And exhale, right hand down if it's lifted. Go ahead and step right foot back and come back into runner's lunge. Once we're in runner's lunge, let's try lifting the upper body. And there's our high lunge. And then if you wish, you can add the arms to form crescent lunge. And as we exhale, hands return to the mat. And let's proceed to walk ourselves around into that wide spread. So now we end up facing the wide edge of our mat. Once there, we've got hands directly under shoulders. So you keep those toes turned in, heels out slightly, press down to the palms. Let's inhale to look out. And then exhale, let's sink deeper. So we let that upper body just hang down. From there, let's press down through the palms, push the arms straight. And we'll take that left hand, reach it across towards that right big toe. Now inhale, right arm out to the side, and then exhale on the revolve. We're feeling that belly tightening, and we're sending that right hand high to the sky. And then let's bring the right hand back down. Reposition the left hand so it's under the shoulders. And then simply raise your heels. And then press the heels down and let's raise those toes. And then we're going to push every single toe back down into the mat. Press down through the palms again so we lengthen the spine, look out, create that flat back. Arms can extend out to the side for straddle airplane. And then as you inhale, let's slowly lift up the body. Now we're rotating palms to the side, reaching out through those fingertips. 5 points down. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale back up. Exhale, let's fold. And inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Yeah, let's exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Now let's keep that right arm high, but let the left arm lower alongside our left leg. Try stretching that right arm even higher to the sky. And then inching that left hand a little farther down the outside left leg. And then let's come back into go ahead and press our palms together and lace all of our fingers. Turn your palms to press towards the sky. While we're pushing up with our palms, pull down with those shoulders. Feel your spine lengthening, also getting a little bit taller out of the waist. And we'll do nice side bend to the left. Back up overhead. the arms lower to shoulder level in front. Just breathe between those shoulder blades. And then we'll go ahead and reopen into 5 pointed star. Good. From there, let's turn left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arm. Make sure that your chest and your hip bones are still facing the side edge of your mat, and bend the left knee. You want to get the left knee over the ankle without pushing past our toes, which means we should not feel any discomfort in the knee. And we should feel an equal amount of body weight into both our feet. And then we're just going to look out over that left hand. Stretch the left arm a little farther forward and begin to lift the left as you lower the right. And let's push that left palm to the sky, creating reverse warrior. And then as we exhale, left forearm comes to left thigh. Stretch the right arm to the sky and keep that chest perpendicular to the mat. So it rolls away from the mat. Let the right arm start to lower down. Make a full arm circle. As it comes back to shoulder level, let's return to warrior two. Good. And then we'll pull that left leg straight without blocking. We're right back in our start position. We're nice and tall, nice and straight. Our right hip begins to pull right and our left arm down. We're going to reach as far away from that right hip as we can. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, left hand goes low and right hand goes high. So feel like you're pressing your right hip a little bit forward and rolling your right shoulder slightly back. One more inhale in this nice open triangle. And then as we exhale, we're going to rebend that left knee. And again, you can rest your left forearm on your thigh or perhaps reach the left hand to the mat, taking us back into extended angle pose. And then as we exhale, we begin to revolve up our body. Once the hand makes it to the mat, let's return to the ball of a right foot. And there we are, back in runner's lunge. Let's step back with that left foot, holding on to our plank. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, tuck our toes, come back up into down dog. Inhale to our plank. Feel free to hang out in that good strong plank, or perhaps add a push-up. And then come back up into down dog. Walk your dog a few times. Cross the heels deeper down. And then let's take that right leg and start extending it behind us and lifting it towards the sky for three-legged dog. And then we'll take that right foot step to our hands. And that returns us to runner's lunge. And then our left foot steps forward with our toes close in our heels apart. From there, we're going to bend those knees and start to sink our hips. And while we're doing that, pull the knees closer together and lift your ribs from your thighs. Add those arms along your ears. And here's our chair pose. Inhale, reach high, touch the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. That feels good. Inhale, extend. exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out, and exhale, sink deeper. From there, let's take that left leg, extend it behind us hip level, push out through the left heel and our hands from our tripod with our right foot, and we can remain in tripod balance or align our right thumb with our right pinky toes. Roll that left hip open, adding left arm to the sky, half moon balance. Exhale, left hand down if it is lifted. Step back with that left foot, bending the right knee. Runner's lunge. Once there, let's lift up our body, creating high lunge. And then if you feel ready, you can add some arms. Exhale, let's fold forward. Once our hands have made it back to the mat, let's proceed to walk ourselves around to form wide straddle. And now we should be facing the other wide edge of the mat. Once there, we've got hands directly under shoulders, pressing down through palms. Inhale, flat back, look out. And exhale, let's try to go a little bit lower than the first time. And then let's press down through the palms, arms push straighter and straighter. We're going to take the right hand, reach it across towards our left big toe this time. Inhale, let's open left arm to the side, and then exhale, revolve at our waist. There's our twisting straddle. And then as we exhale, let's bring the hand back down. Go ahead and reposition the hands, allowing us to lift onto the balls of our feet. And then pressing the heels down and rocking back onto the heels so we can lift up our toes. And then pressing all of our toes down. And then while we're there, let's try to bend the knees and pull our tailbone towards the mat. And then we'll push our legs straight. Press down into the palms, pushing arms straight. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, let's open those arms wide for straddle airplane. And then as we inhale, we slowly rise to standing and our palms open, face to the sky, and we're back into 5-pointed star. Feel like you're really stretching all the way out from the center of the body. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth, and inhale back up. Exhale, folding, going all the way down, and inhale, rising into our sunflower. Exhale, big fold. Inhale, big rise. One more time, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Keep lengthening out of that waist. This time we're going to keep that left arm reaching higher and higher and let the right hand lower alongside the body. While we continue to stretch the left arm straight up, start to inch the right hand down outside that right leg, thigh. And then we can come back up and move into 5-pointed star. From there, let's rotate our palms to face forward. and we'll bring them together. Once they're together, fingers lace, and this time index fingers are going to press together. And feel like those index fingers are just being pulled away from the body. So that's going to deepen that stretch across the upper back and the back of our shoulders. And then as we inhale, let's start lifting the arms towards the sky without letting the shoulders shrug up. So a nice long neck. Upper arms should always be just a tiny bit in front of those ears. We're getting taller and taller out of the waist. And then we're going to side stretch to the right. Inhale back up nice and tall. Exhale, side bend to our left. Inhale back up. And now we go into that slight back bend. And back up. And let the arms reopen, bringing us back into 5-pointed star. From there, we're ready to turn our right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch, keeping our hip bones facing forward. When ready, bending that right knee. So we want to find that place where our body weight is equally balanced into both feet. Got that right knee over our ankle, looking out past our right hand. Good, now stretch that right arm a bit farther. Lift the right as you lower your left. And then push right palm to the sky. Feel that stretch going all the way up the right side of the ribs. And actually, I also feel a stretch going on in my right inner thigh. And then on the next exhale, we're going to bring right forearm to right thigh and left arm feet up to the sky. And then start to lower that left arm down towards the left hip so you're making a full arm circle at that shoulder joint. As it comes back up and returns to stretched out to the side, we move back into warrior two. Beautiful. Now the right leg's pulling straighter and straighter and straighter. Keeping the body as open and as flat as we can. Left hip starts pulling left. Right arm is reaching farther and farther out. Once we can't go any farther, right hand goes low and left hand goes high. Breathing into that triangle pose. Left hip is pressing a little bit forward, left shoulder is rolling a little bit back, and that's going to ensure that we stay open and flat. So we've got one more inhale in our triangle. On the exhale, start to bend the right knee. Right forearm can move to right thigh, or right hand could be down on the mat. And we're back into extended angle pose. As we exhale, let's revolve upper body. Make our way back onto the ball of our left foot for lunge. And then right foot goes back into plank. Exhale, lowering, elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in as we inhale into rising cobra. Exhale, back up into down dog. Inhale again into plank. We can hold that plank or we can insert a push-up. And then we're back up into downward facing dog. Walking our dog a few more times. And then pressing heels down, down, down. From here, let's extend the left leg behind us and start lifting it higher and higher to the sky with three-legged dog. And then that left foot steps through the hands. Right foot comes forward as well. Toes are close, heels are apart. From there, we're going to bend the knees and sink hips. And while we're doing that, pull the knees closer together. Start to lift the ribs from thighs. Add arms alongside the ears. Here's our chair pose. And then let's inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, hands to our hearts. And then we're back into standing mountain pose. So from standing mountain pose, let's move into our tree. Focal point for the eyes. Once you've got a good focal point for the eyes, begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Feel that navel pulling in, and then place your left heel at your right ankle bone. Hands can come together at heart center. And then whenever you're ready, we can lift that left foot. And then we can add some nice open branches if we wish. By just letting the branches open. And then once they're open, let's set the foot back down. Bring the hands together behind your back. Once you've got them hooked together, start to pull down so you can feel the arms get straighter, opening across the chest and the heart, and then just open your throat. Inhale to neutral spine, exhale it, start folding forward. So think about pulling your ribs into your thighs. Once that has happened, then let your head drop and try lifting the arms higher up. And then as you exhale, let's raise the hands. Really float back down to the mat. From there, let's inhale and slowly roll back up. Again, reach high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. And come back to standing mountain pose. So now we're ready to refine that focal point. Begin to shift weight into our left foot. Feel that navel tightening against the spine, placing right heel at left ankle bone, and letting your hands come together. And then whenever you're ready, building your own personal tree. And then let's go ahead and let the arms go down. And we can place the foot back down. Again, let's bring hands together behind the back. Once that's done, pulling with the arms, opening across the heart and the front shoulders, and then opening our throat. Inhale, neutralize the spine. Exhale, we start to hinge forward from the hip, pulling ribs to thighs. And then ultimately letting the head drop and letting the arms extend higher. And then let's exhale, let the hands release. And let the arms just hang down. From here, we'll take a step back with the right foot and the left foot. And we've made it back into plank. While we're in our plank, let's keep our right shoulder over our right wrist and we'll open for side plank. Feel free to modify to the side of your right knee if you'd like. And then let's bring ourselves back around into plank. Press up into down dog. And then inhale again into plank. Same thing with the left shoulder over left wrist. Opening for side plank. And then we're back around into full plank. And back up into down dog. Walking the dog a few more times. Press your heels down. And then let's inhale our way into plank once again. Once there, you can ease to the knees, the tops of the feet. Separate those knees, push back with your tailbone, and let that chest drop through the knees, forehead to the mat. Turn the palms, open face to the sky, and just thrust a little farther. And then let's take that left arm, pass it through the right armpit. Let your shoulders sink into the mat. Let's bring that arm out and we'll switch. And then we'll bring that arm out and again, switch as far as we can. Return to foundational hands. Feel that belly button drawing inward and round up into our calf. Navel sinks as we lift tailbone, lift head, open heart cow. Exhale again, rounding for calf. Inhale for cow. And then nice neutral place. Right leg behind us, hip level. Left arm forward, palm facing the sky, spinal balance. Try lifting your left foot. Bring the left foot and hand back down, and then let's pull the right knee forward so it comes right up behind our right wrist. And then we're going to use that left hand to guide the right heel over. So we want to aim it at our left hip bone. Think about keeping the right knee opened out to the side edge of your mat as you inch your left leg a little farther back, and then find your way closer to the mat. While we're here, keep the weight from pressing into that right knee. Push it into the outer edge of your right pinky toe and the tops of your left toes. And then from there, let's make sure we end up on our forearms. Tuck the left toes under so we can lift the left knee, and that brings us into second position pigeon. And then we'll send our right foot back. And there's our forearm plank. From there, let's come to our knees, walk our hands back in, so we're back up onto all fours. And now we'll switch. Push out through that left heel, right arm forward, palm to the sky, and try lifting right foot. Hand and foot back down. And then go ahead and pull left knee forward so it comes up behind left wrist. We use our right hand this time to guide the left heel all across the body, aiming it at our right hip bone. Think about keeping left knee pointing out to that outer edge of our mat as we're inching that right leg a little farther back, and we can sink a little closer to it. Remember to keep the weight out of the left knee. Push down into the outer edge of your left pinky toe and the tops of your right toes. And then let's make sure we all end up on our forearms. Tucking our right toes under, we can lift our right knee, and there's our second position taken. And then from there, let's step our left foot back. And that becomes forearm plank once again, nice and strong. And let's ease down to the knees. Once again, we can walk the hands back in. Big toes closed, knees apart. Push back with the tailbone. Chest through knees, forehead on mat. Palms again facing the sky as we stretch just a little bit further. Hands close to knees, lift upper body. And let's make our way around and have a seat. Once we're seated, let's put our hands under our thighs and keep our back nice and straight. So relax our shoulders, hold your head up high, feel that belly button tighten against your spine, and then just find your balance on your tailbone. Start to see if you can lift your feet a little higher. And just continue to lift those feet, go where you can go without allowing your back to round. And once you found your point of balance, see if you can add some arms. And then as slowly as we can, we're going to open down. And then once we're all the way down, flex your feet, push out through your heels, and stretch out through your fingertips. And then let's release the body and pull left knee into our chest. Once we've got that left knee pulled all the way in, let's extend left leg to the sky. Walk your hands up as close to your left ankle as you can. And then feel yourself pulling your left toes directly over your head. Want to make sure that we're not feeling our right hip or leg leaving the mat. And then we can ease up a bit. Let's bend that left knee and put the foot on the mat. Once it's on the mat, we're going to open arms wide to the side. Shift your hips a little bit towards the left, and then tuck the left toe behind the right knee. Use your right hand to push on the outside left thigh to bring that left knee towards the mat without lifting your left shoulder off the mat. And then we can bring that knee back to an upright position. And then once it's upright, with your foot on the mat, start to open the left knee out to the side so the bottom of your left foot is pressed against your right inner thigh. And you can use that left hand to press on the inner left thigh to get it as open as you can, breathing into your hip and that inner thigh. And then let's release, and we're going to stretch the left leg out straight. And we'll do the same with the right. So pull the right knee in, starting with our hug. And then stretching that leg as high to the sky as you can. Reach your hands up towards the ankle and think about pulling your toes over your head. And then from there, let's bend the right knee, place the foot on the mat. Open the arms wide, shift your hips a little bit to the right. Let the right toe tuck behind that left knee, and then use your left hand to press on the outside right thigh, guiding our right knee towards the mat without lifting our right shoulder. And then let's bring the knee back up. And now we're going to let the right knee just open wide to the side while you've got the bottom of your right foot resting against your inner left thigh. Use your right hand to push gently on the inner right thigh, breathing into that right hip and inner thigh. And then go ahead and stretch that leg out straight. Inhale, both arms back up to the sky. Exhale again behind us. And again, push out through your heels. Reach out through all of your fingers. Stretch yourself longer, longer, longest. The body relaxes. And this time we're going to bring both knees into our chest. Give ourselves a nice hug. Add in a few little side-to-side rocks. Hold the center, rest your feet down, feet about hips distance, toes and heels out, arms at our sides, palms to the sky, and then slowly peel off the mat one vertebra at a time, lifting into shoulder bridge. You want to feel this in the buttocks and the hamstrings, not in the neck, and no discomfort in those knees. Try pulling the left hand, reaching to the sky. While there, just flexing the foot a few times. Let the ankle roll around. And reverse. And then just press to the heel and drag the straight leg all the way down to the mat. Once it has touched down, slide the foot back in, so we're back into our two-footed bridge. Continuing to lift the hips, and then right knee to chest and extend to the sky. Flex and point. Gentle ankle roll around, and reverse. And then hold the foot flexed, and start to lower that leg. Once the heel is touched down, bend the knee, and we're back into our bridge. And then from there, let's slowly melt back into the mat. Once we're completely on the mat, pull those knees in, nice tight hug. Knee circles round and round, and other way. And then just that nice tight hug to the body. Separate the knees. Try to get the soles of your feet to come together. And while you're doing that, rest your feet in your hands and pull your heels closer to your body. And then let's use our second and third fingers to hook around our big toes. We're going to separate the feet. Keep the knees bent. Feel like you're pushing up with your feet, but pulling down with your hands. And we can feel the spine just completely release into our mat. And then from there, let's begin to stretch the legs straighter and straighter. And see if we can take them a little bit wider. And then we'll pull them together up overhead. As far as we can pull them towards the face. And let your hands release and your arms open wide, palms face up. From there, let's slowly start to lower that right leg. Once we feel that it has made it to the mat, we're going to pull the leg back up. Once it's made it all the way back up, let's lower that left leg down. Once it has touched down, we'll pull it back up. And then just again, press both heels towards the sky. And then start to lower both legs. And I want you to stop at that point where you can't go any farther without using your lower back. And then simply bend your knees, bring them towards your chest. Let your feet rest down on the mat. And then once they're down, soles of the feet together, let the knees go wide. And then use your hands again to press gently on those inner thighs. And then whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and stretch your legs out straight onto the mat. And feel free to adjust yourself on the mat so you can find a place where you're not feeling any points of pressure. And you can just allow your breath to make its way around the body, getting into all those little nooks and crannies, seeking out places that remain tense or tight, or places of issue. And just breathe into those areas. send away our anxious thoughts and make good decisions each and every day, spreading kindness and compassion to all sentient beings. Namaste.